So we're just kind of making our way up to the zoo here from the Vin Pearl Resort here. And I've seen all these different agaves. These are the variegated agaves here. Oh yeah, as I got stabbed by them. And then this one, I don't know what this variety is. So if there's anyone out there that knows this type of a plant, come in closer. Let us know. Looks like a species, a desert species, as you can see, just coming into flower, or it's just finishing. You got a few more blooms here, but it's starting to kind of finish. But yeah, if anyone knows what this one is, let me know. I'd be interested to find out the name of this tree. I see all around the outside, they got all the, I'm always surprised they put these in like the kids friendly area. I mean, if a kid lands on this, you'll be in, they'll be in the hospital for at least a week or longer. Depends on your damage, but for me, I don't mind. I just love like agaves in general. The other plant name is there, and we're going to do a little bit more gardens as we go along here today. So as you can see on the right side, we got a lot of the salvia, the purple ones here. A lot of the tulips are just starting to open up. Got a lot of the reds, purples, yellows, everything just starting here. And at the back here, I believe these are some of the iris, looks like. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone out there, but they look like an iris to me. Smaller, a yellow flower. Got some of the multicolored tulips, some of the yellow and red. See, right now, like in Vancouver, it's still a little bit cool. It's February 1st, so we still got another two more months before our tulips will start to flower. So inside the greenhouse here, it is a little bit cool. And look at these. Again, anyone knows the species? To me, it looks like a form of a Dracaena, like the annual Dracaenas that we grow in Vancouver. Nice color though on it, with the nice variegated color. I'm blanking the names of these ones, but we grow a lot of these in the summertime too in Vancouver. Nice colors. And then those are I believe the sun patients. So it's a new type of impatient, because the original ones, they died a couple years ago with that powdery mildew disease. They are available now, but these sun patients are actually becoming more popular because they got bigger flowers, the leaves are more waxy. Lots of petunias, the yellow going up the wall there. Hydrangeas all through the middle. Nice pink color, traditional ones. More of the sun patients as you kind of go around. It's kind of cool. Look at the pots up top there. It's like they're all pouring out of the pots, spilling out down, creating a waterfall. And then we got a lot of the calla lilies, which are different from the canna lilies. Canna lilies are larger. But lots of nice calla lilies here too, multicolored. The one at the back there, nice fiery red. So it looks like they kind of copy the same pattern as you kind of go through. And then they're also doing kind of like looks like a butterfly theme, which would be like butterflies go after a lot of these sun patients here. And yeah, sun patients, part sun, part shade. Tulip, full sun. On this side, your calla lilies, again, full sun, part shade. And then the purple ones at the back and the irises are more full sun, slow in the winter. And also too, yeah, remember like in the wintertime, I know a lot of stores are selling like these calla lilies and tulips. Because we're like, in Vancouver, we're still in winter time. You don't want to be buying a lot of these tulips and planting them outside right now. We get hit with one frost or snowfall, you'll lose a lot of these tulip bulbs. It's always good to remember what time of the year our bulbs flower and when you can safely plant them outside. Even though they're hardy for the winter time, when they're in bloom and they're forced into bloom early, and then you put them outside and have them hit by a frost, you can actually do a lot of damage to your bulbs, and potentially, they may not even come back the following year. So be careful when your seasons are still winter, and if you're looking at buying tulips and daffodils, crocuses, all of our spring flowering bulbs, make sure it's not too early to be placing them outside, or else, there's a potential for them to get damaged over winter. And I think Vancouver this year, we're supposed to get hit with a snowstorm coming into February, so make sure you look at the weather and plant accordingly. Alright, we're going to head to the next greenhouse here. Some cool in there too. Look at the bougainvillea arbors. You got a couple nice colors. You got all the orangey ones, the pink. And then these here, I'm not sure if anyone also too knows. Yellow ones. Give us a shout out and let us know what these are if you're from the tropic. Again, we're in Vietnam right now, close to the south, but I love these ones. I think I've seen like some bigger trees of these ones too in the city of Nha Trang. We've got lots of protons that they're using here. So I've actually seen these in Singapore as a hedge. Funny enough, you see a lot of these tropical plants in Vancouver and you think there's these basic little plants, but in the tropics they'll even use these as hedges. That'd be a nice, really, a beautiful hedge with all that color throughout the year. And then on the left side here, we're gonna go and check out this one, the Cactus greenhouse. I just love these arbors with all the bougainvilleas. As you can see, we sell them May long weekend in Vancouver, and they just broke from May long weekend in until end of September. I mean, you'll never get them this big, but as you can see, they are vines, so you do need a trellis of some sort, or if you do prune them, you can actually prune them down and keep them as a small shrub throughout the summertime too. And then more blooms will come too as you're pruning them. Oh, this is cool. Coming into a desert garden outside as well as the greenhouse that we're going to come up to. So look at this. A lot of people wonder about snake plants. This is a snake plant variety. As you can see, the soil is very sandy, so they love that, you know, very good drainage, but also too you want to keep them somewhat moist so they don't drown too much. But this is the starfish variety of Sansevieria, or I guess I should be saying now Dracaena, because they're now classified as a Dracaena species. And look at these euphorbias over there. Those are pretty cool. Very twisty and gnarly, and also too you can see in the background, trying to point here, that guy there, that's the whale's tail Sansevieria right there. And they're living right beside the cactus. Same as like these, I think that's like a bromeliad species there. A lot of bromeliads will even grow in full sun through Mexico. More of the fish hook cactus. Again, don't get your fingers hooked on those guys, they're hard to get off. And the olive, very old olive tree, nice color. You get some pretty big trunks on them. More Apuntia species. And then I think that's like the white ghost euphorbia. Those are kind of hard to find in Vancouver. And if you look on the top there, at the top, I'll try to point here, see the green part of it? These are actually the plant trying to revert back to the green type, so you want to cut those off. The green variety will actually kill off the white type, and you'll lose that. Yeah, and you can see on the ground there, agaves coming up everywhere. Popping up all over the place. Look at this beauty. I'm a big fan of cacti, and look at this. This is a very nice specimen. Nice color to it. Blue color, looks like they've already finished their flowering. But yeah, they do a lot of like Apuntias here. Cacti, columniform cacti, bunny ears again. I hate how people, you know, like how there's always like carvings in the leaves. Like everyone's got people have to leave like their names or initials in the leaf. It kind of just brings the whole look of the plant there, but it is what it is. More euphorbias. Funny, we went from like one part of the garden where it's all flowers and different colors, and then you come into this cacti garden, totally different. And again, as you can see, this is the plant, this is the color that originally was supposed to be there, but some of the green forms are starting to revert back now and trying to take over. But yeah, that's like a nice silvery color, and then you got the pink on the side there too, on the top. Look at this guy. If anyone knows what this is, please let us know. I haven't seen that in euphorbia. Yeah, lots of bunny ears. These ones, I like this type of palm tree. Very spiky on the stems, and as you can see in the middle, they got the nice, really bright orange stem bottom there. And then this is another variety that I grew a long time ago. Unfortunately, I lost mine, but multi-stem palms there. And we got more of the euphorbia back in there with the leaves. So some euphorbias will get the leaves on there. This variety here. And then look at this thing. I mean, I've never seen cacti or anything this big before. I've never gone to the desert, but look how big this thing is. One day, hopefully, we can make it to the Arizona desert and check out some of these cacti in the desert as well. I'm gonna head on down through this way. More of these olive trees. Look at the trunk on these things. Some pretty big olive trees. And then this one, the Pachypodium, I believe. This is actually a video that I just did. I replanted what I thought was an old species. But yeah, I just replanted one of these, but look at the trunk on that. And the fatter they get, you know, and the more water they can store as well. So these things can last a long time without water as they get big trunks on them. That's actually really cool. I've never seen one that size before. More agaves, plain green variety. Make sure I don't stab myself this time when I'm pointing them out. And then again, more of the euphorbias. This is a cool color. The variegated with the pink edge on the top. And look at this thing, it's hollow inside. The tree's still alive. Some animals I think live in there. Or the ghost euphorbia, really nice color. I'm a big fan of that. The palms, and I love these palms. These guys got some nice thick stems on them too. Sharp stems. And I can't remember the name of this one, but I've seen these on TV before with these stems. So please let us know if you know the name of this type of a tree. Look at these thorns on there, all the way down. I think like some animals actually do climb on them too. And then in the background there, you can see the snake plants that are actually in flower. That's crazy. That's a whale's tail. You can see these flowers coming up, shooting up on them. Quite amazing. Gotta be careful in here. A lot of dangerous vines everywhere. And I think this is supposed to be like kind of like an African theme here with the huts here. And then we got more the crown of thorns. A little nicer this one, more of a clump compared to the other one that we were looking at. I was dangling off the side of the wall. Yeah, I'm trying to find this variety in Vancouver if I can. The larger leaf and the larger flower. I have the small white type. This type of palm. Again, anyone knows what this type is here? Let us know. I've heard of like one similar to that, I think in Australia, where they call them like, I don't know, I think it's like the lady's skirt or something palm, where like the bottom, during like the wildfire, it'll burn from the bottom all the way up and it cleans up the trunk, and then the green survive. A cacti species, nice color on them. And then I think this is like a pencil euphorbia, I believe. Again, like when you see a lot of these cacti and stuff in Vancouver, like or even inside your home, you're never gonna get thick leaves like this. Like this is something that you get outside, where you get like the cool, the different temperatures, like night temperatures, day temperatures. It changes the whole look of what the plant actually looks like. But yeah, another euphorbia species, or like pencil euphorbia. Sago palms. All through Vietnam, I see these sago palms with these trunks on them. Quite amazing. Look at this one's actually like shooting out like little babies off the side there. I've seen videos of like more of the rural parts of Africa where a lot of people, like the tribes there, they got cacti like this that actually has a fence, but they can get up to like 4 feet, 5 feet tall, 4 feet thick. We're gonna get more of these. Keep forgetting the name of these ones, but they're just starting to leaf out now and just starting to come into flower. And you can see they all have these really gnarly stumps on them. This one's kind of a neat one, just like more like a single trunk growing all the way up there, not so twisty on the bottom. I could spend hours in a place like this. Lots of cool cacti to look at, and since I'm now getting more into the cacti. And then it looks like this part's gonna be, it's a lot of like potted cacti throughout here. So again, like I said, I'm just getting into cacti. I'm not sure the names of a lot of these, but I do grow a lot of species. Look at that one there, fuzzy top to it. A lot of these oral cacti. Look at that, it's so cool how they form like that. And this is the fuzzy calancho. Again, I've only seen these like, you know, as a small plant in my house. Look at that one there, cascading over the wall, over the pot. Madagascar palm over here. The Madagascar palms here. I have one of these too. Nice old type. Some of the cascading cacti, the trailing cacti. These are actually pretty hard to find in Vancouver. And this is a new one here. When these flowers, when this opens up, looks like something, you know, you'll never see around. Looks like an alien flower when they open up. They're not open. This one's already finished, but yeah, when they do open, they're a pretty cool flower to look at. Yeah, it looks like they have a lot of species here that I haven't seen before like this. I've seen this pictures before, but I've never seen it in real life. Aloes, I believe, or orchids. Yeah, some nice colors on some of these. Kind of doing a quick view through here and showing you everything. I might come back through here again after and take some photos, but a lot of really cool species again, something like this. Remember, cacti are full, hot, loving plants. Full sun. Need lots of sunshine, not too much water. Oh, this Sansevieria. This is kind of cool. Again, I believe these are euphorbia. If I'm wrong, let us know. And again, something like these ones as well. Pretty cool color on them. Yeah, I've seen in photos of with the big cacti greenhouse here, but I wasn't expecting this. This is something that was just unexpected to me, so kind of in heaven here. Look at these species, lots of neat color to them. I haven't seen one of these, and I got mine a long time ago. It's only actually about this big, small clump, but I've been trying to find these again, but I just can't find these anywhere around Vancouver. So I'm going to try to propagate mine. But yeah, this is a really cool cacti. I love the color to it. The silver line on the inside, and then the bright red, kind of copper thorns on. Yeah, the brain cactus. I think I must be like one of those euphorbia collectors because I love the euphorbia species. Oh, there's aloe. Let's head on over to the next greenhouse here. But I'd say out of all these ones so far, I'd say this is probably my favorite, this type. Yeah, this is another type of cacti I like too, these varieties. Not one that you see too often again in Vancouver, but we are looking at bringing in more species of cacti, trying to get more into the kind of rare types for our garden center, at DH Garden Center. And this is another, like, one of my favorite. First time I've ever seen these before, only seen them in pictures before. And then right beside it, the mother of thousands. I'm assuming these things are probably like a weed in the desert because they sprout and spread quite fast. Another snake, or I believe this is the Haworthia species, but again, if I'm wrong, let us know. This is quite bizarre. And then look at this cacti. I like when they produce all this like white fuzz in the center. Almost looks like a big clump of like spider web. So we're going to go back into the last greenhouse here. This is the one that has a lot of the really big cacti, and this one also has the, I believe, the boa tree. Holy, look at this place. look sideways. Mom's doing it. All right, a few more little cactus here. As you see, the euphorbias. These guys look like they're just coming into flower. Pretty neat. The flowers are very small. You'd almost kind of think that's like leaves coming out from the distance, but these are their actual flowers. And euphorbias, you don't want to break the leaves. If you do, they bleed a white sap. You definitely don't want to get that sap on your hands because it can actually give you a burn. I actually got like a red burn on my hand a long time ago when I got sap on it. I thought it was going to be permanent, but eventually it did go away. And then this one down here, this is the fish hook cactus. As you see, they got hooks here. It's like a fish hook. So if you hit your hand on this, it's actually very difficult to get your hand off these cactus because it hooks into your skin and you got to actually turn your skin to get it off. So these guys are quite difficult to deal with. And then we just got the long, narrow cactus on the side here. Nice species here. Yeah, we're gonna head to the cactus garden and we'll do a bit of a longer video in the cactus garden. Yeah, and off we go. The bamboo species all on the wall here. These are the ones that you seen a long time ago during like the Victorian years. You know, back in Europe, you know, they'd always use these palm trees in their hotels and, you know, government buildings, I guess, like during like the 1800s. And still today, people still like to design their hotels with that same kind of Victorian style. And then we got some of the hibiscus species here. These grow as an annual in Vancouver, or you can have it as a tropical plant. Yeah, the flowers are a lot bigger than the ones you see as our native, or not native, our cold hardy species of hibiscus, which is also nicknamed the Rose of Sharon. Lots of spider plants here, some of the croton, the variegated species, not variegated, but different colors. Crotons, and then you got the yellow ones at the back. Yeah, lots of hibiscus here, and I'm sure we'll see some better looking species at the botanical gardens as we get there later on. Holy, look at this place, eh? And these here, the baboa tree. Yeah, a lot of trees can grow in here. I don't think any of these trees will get too tall though. Look at these agaves. The white striped agaves. The variegated snake plants. These are like a dwarf variety, so they don't get overly too tall. I like how they mix like the walkway and the walls, just like the sand in the desert. Look at this, the ponytail palm. So you can see these guys can get really big bases on them. The bigger they get, the more water they store, so these things can really last a long time in the desert without any water. We got one at our garden center that's a multi-stem, but definitely not that big. And then these cactus are also nicknamed, I believe, like a wedding cake, because they look like a wedding cake on top. That's cool. Nice color. Oh, this is actually pretty neat if we can get up here and take a look at this plant in the middle. You see this one in the middle here. They grow all those tiny little leaves on there, on the stems of the tree there. I believe there's a type of an animal or monkey that will climb those in their native habitat. More cacti here. Look at the size of these thorns. You do not want to be falling into one of these. A lot of the barrel cacti. And again, that tree. Like they're a baboa tree. Yeah. Those, I've actually seen like some roads and pictures in Africa where they're lying down both sides of the road. I think this one's also nicknamed the booby cactus. I'm actually trying to find some of these right now. I can jump down here and we'll look at a few more. And this here, some dracaenas, dragon tree. Never seen anything this big before. See, a lot of times when I think of the desert, I don't think of any plants to be too tall or trees, but some of these euphorbias, I mean, these guys are getting pretty tall here. Same as the apuntias. And we got your aloe veras. These cacti. You got the fuzzy, the fur there on the one side. I believe that's like the side that's facing south. They grow the fur there to protect the skin from getting sunburned. That's why you normally see like the fur on one side of the cacti. It looks like a lot of the orchids are in flower all throughout this garden. The monkey's tail cacti just kind of crawls everywhere. Monkey tail cactus. Yeah. Looks like an elephant's mouth and the thorn and the trunk or the tusk. Look at this type cascading over the wall. I had one of these mind flower, like a white or a yellow flower. Yeah, just kind of spreading, hanging over the wall. The variegated agaves. Oh, look at this crown of thorns. Look at the flowers. That's really cool. Yeah. Or the brain cacti. Yeah, I like a lot of the cacti like this. The more clumping varieties. Old species. Or maybe not so old in the tropics, but in a warm climate, but to me it looks pretty old. And then again, more of the euphorbias again. Lots of snake plants in here too. Growing right beside all the cacti. So there you have it. Back to the beginning. Alright. Hope you liked the video. Hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you again in the next video.